Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about American politics, and we're going to talk about a triumph of modern journalism. We're going to talk about the Republican Party and the Democrat Party, and and essentially an experiment that proves why you should not vote for a single Democrat in 2024. The entire point of November 5th, okay? So I'm going to tell you what to do with your vote today, okay? With your entire ballot, all right? I'm going to tell you what your best option is, and that is do not vote for a single Democrat. Don't vote for Kamala Harris. Do not vote for any Democrat senators. Do not vote for any Democrat House of Representatives. Do not vote for any Democrat, period. Here we go. This is pretty astounding, but let's get into it. All right, so why you should not vote for any Democrat whatsoever in 2024? Because first of all, there's two reasons. First reason, it's the year to punish them. We have had 4 years of abominable life in America, right? We have lost the Democrats have taken sledgehammers to the American dream, just rolled up and actually hammered the American dream with sledgehammers, just shattering parts, pulling pieces off and throwing them in a junkyard, right? Like it's like the Democrats have not only not preserved the American dream, they have literally taken, in my humble opinion, they've just taken jackhammers to the American dream and just pulled off big chunks of it and thrown it in a landfill, right? Like they're actively destroying the American dream. Like you cannot buy houses, you can't even buy milk right now. It is unbelievable, like just what is happening. It is astonishing how bad it is. So we're going to punish the Democrats. That's what you're going to do with your first vote. The second one is there are real tests in life, and the Democrats are showing up without paper and pencil, okay, hungover, and they're failing every test because they don't have what's necessary to take the test, and they don't have the mind state to take the test. It's just horrible, and they're not prepared. Whereas the Republicans are showing up with paper and pencil, nice shirt, nice clean clothes, loafers, not slip-ons. They're sitting down, they're ready to take the test. They're filling out answers rather than, moaning that their headaches from, whatever they were doing last night. And they show up, they take the test, they put answers down, and they're getting A's, right? And the Democrats are they're showing up at the test, no paper, no pencil, completely hungover. And they really can't take the test or get an A on it, right? They're not even completing the test. They're just kind of like scrolling some answers down, and people are like, did you not even put your name on this, right? Like, yeah, so that's where we're at. All right, let me give you some evidence that is the case. All right, so I was listening to Hark, and Hark, I highly recommend Hark. You just go on your phone, you go to Google Play Store and you say, hey, give me Hark, right? Like, and then you get Hark, and Hark cuts up podcasts every day and then serves these little slices of podcasts, the best slices of multiple podcasts. It's very good service, right? So they did this, and they had on one of these podcasts that they had excerpted, they explained the orange test, right? How embedded reporters on J.D. Vance's plane and on Tim Walz's plane used oranges, just a simple orange, to ask a question of the candidate. All right, so here we go. All right, and these embedded reporters, the same organization has a reporter on J.D. Vance's plane, and they also have a reporter on Tim Walz's plane, an embedded reporter, and so they can exchange notes and they can compare how the Republican Party responded to this orange question and how the Democrats responded to an orange question. So here we go. So on the Tim Walz plane, what they did was the embedded reporters, they reach a point in the day where the campaign says, no more questions for the day. You guys are in the back of the plane. We're in the front of the plane. You guys write your stories. We're going to get, we're going to, just kind of spin down and do our meetings at the end of the day. So no more questions for the day, right? Well, there's a tradition for many years back that when this would happen, when the embedded reporters still had questions in elections long ago, when they still had questions, but they had been told no more questions for the day, they would write a question on an orange with a Sharpie, and then they would roll it from the back of the plane to the front of the plane, right? Now, there's absolutely no need for this nowadays because you could literally just text a question, right? But the embedded reporters are like, this is a long time tradition. We know about it. Let's see what happens when we do the orange question test to the Democrats and Republicans. And there'll be some value in seeing the difference. And boy, were they right, right? This is incredible, right? So listen to this. So the embedded reporters on Tim Walz's plane write a question on an orange. Here's the question. It said, dream dinner guest, right? So who would you most like to have dinner with, right? And so they just roll the orange, to the front of and then the embedded reporters on Tim Walz's plane roll the orange from the back of the plane to the front of the plane, right? Next day, they're like, the embedded reporters on Tim Walz's plane were like, hey, why didn't you guys send back the orange? And Tim Walz's, campaign people were like, what orange? They never saw the orange. They then they couldn't find the orange, right? And the embedded reporters had to ask a second time, and they're like, where's the question? Where's the orange with the answer written on it? And they're like, oh yeah, we'll find it. So then then there's a fire drill to find the orange in the Tim Walz campaign. And they finally find the orange. They write the answer, Bruce Springsteen, on the orange with Sharpie. And then they walk back and hand the orange to the embedded reporters. Could not be worse. Like, just the app. Actually, yeah. What happened on JD Vance's plane? Right? Same situation. Embedded reporters on JD Vance's plane take the orange, write the question, what's your favorite song? Favorite song, right? Question mark. Roll the orange to the beginning, to the front of the plane. JD Vance sees the orange go by, gets up, grabs the orange, grabs the Sharpie, writes 10 Years Gone, his favorite song from, which is a Led Zeppelin song, and then instantly rolls the orange back to the embedded reporters. Democrats don't even know the orange is coming, never see the orange, lose the orange, have to be asked twice to put an answer on the orange, and then don't even get the assignment, don't roll it back, right? They just walk it back and lamely hand it to the embedded reporters. On the Republican side, they see the orange, they get the orange, they immediately understand the question, understand the assignment, roll the orange back, right? And defeat the Democrats in every possible way, right? Now, this is the analogy. Right now, the Democrats don't know what the questions are, cannot find the questions, right? Don't know what the assignment is, and then when they even find the orange, don't even know what to do with it, all right? Yeah, and so and just screw up every single step, right? Like, whereas Republicans have the energy, they have the understanding, they have the dexterity to roll it back. They're on top of it, right? They're showing up, shoes and shirts, ready to get service, right? Pencil in hand, ready for the test. Now, I just want to end this video by saying, I don't want the end of the Democrat Party. I've voted for Democrats many times. Well, actually, not many times. I've voted for Democrats. with Andrew Yang. I think he was a phenomenal. I think if we had had Andrew Yang as president, we would not be in the debacle we are today. I don't even think. I literally think if Andrew Yang had been president, had been elected president in 2022, we would not even have had the COVID year. We would not even have had the plague years. It wouldn't even have occurred, right? But this is where we're at. So I don't want to see the Democrats go away forever, but I do want to see them absolutely blasted with voting punishment in 2024, right? That is what I want to see. And I just really feel like right now, you can't trust the Democrats with a single thing. They got to get over their hangover, and they need to start to show up to the test with pencil and paper, in my humble opinion. Every single word you just heard is my humble opinion. Nothing more, nothing less. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion, when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider like, subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.